If interviews make you nervous, you're not broken, you're human. Generally, when we're filled with nervous energy, it's because we want to do well. And since nervousness means that we want to do well, our goal isn't to eliminate nervousness, but rather to keep nerves from taking over our performance. And we can do this in two ways. The first is by recognizing what the real purpose of the interview is. And the second is, once we've recognized what that purpose is to change our preparation for the interview. In my opinion, the purpose of the interview is not to get a job. Getting a job is a result of an interview. The real task at hand is to show up as authentically as you can to let the interviewer know who you are, what you value, and what experiences you bring to the table. When you do that, and when you know now that that's the purpose, then you can start to shift the focus of of how you prepare. And you shift that focus by considering what experiences in your background are relevant and need to be highlighted. And you start to form them as a story. You start to put them in context of the role that you're looking into, the role that you've applied for, the role that you are hoping that you're going to get. And once you've got your experiences in context of that role, you can start to shape that story and create the situation, consider the actions that you've taken and the results that you did or didn't get. And you do this by showing up authentically. So this is really a much easier lift than trying to show up as some perfect candidate that doesn't really exist. And also, when we consider that the purpose of the interview is to share who we are first and what our values are, if we can do that, then we'll do well in the interview. And if we don't get the role that we're applying for, but we did a good job with the interview, generally that means the role wasn't a good fit. Either there was something that we didn't know, or there was a part of the team that we may not have been a good fit for. So usually we can count that as a blessing. On the other hand, if you do get the role, you can feel confident that you are going to maybe leave one role for another, and you can do that knowing that this is going to be a good fit. In the next few videos, I will share more precisely what stories to cultivate. There's some standard stories that you should have ready to go, and how to look at a job description to consider what other stories to cultivate, and then how to actually cultivate those stories and how to practice that. Because it's important. When we practice telling our story, it doesn't mean that we are practicing so that we come off as robots. It's actually quite the opposite. We practice so that we can come off with real confidence and not pretend or overblown confidence. I hope to see you in the next few videos, and good luck with that interview.